Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning. This is Mike Freeland coming at you guys. It's about 2:30. Actually, it's 2:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time exactly on July 20th, 2022. So, guys, look, I wanted to do this video, and I'm gonna try not to rush it, but I don't want to be really long. But I want to show you guys exactly how I've been using these three indicators, okay, along with trading view and getting in and out of trades with almost 100% success rate. Now, for each one of these um, indicators, you guys can see my previous videos that kind of tells exactly what they do. But starting over to my far left, this is an indicator that shows the trend line. So number one, with TradingView, I don't have to go back and squeeze and everything to see the current trend line because it is doing it. It shows in blue when it's an uptrend line. It shows in red when it goes down. And as you can see, it's starting to flip back over to blue, okay, which is signaling that it's starting an uptrend again. Now, you see back here, even though it's an uptrend, it still is going down because the trend is actually still going up. It will not switch over until it actually going to give you a good signal for a downtrend so that you will be pretty much good in getting in and following the trend. As you can see now in this example, because it's turning over to blue, I would personally start following many of the uptrend. Okay, now what I'm going to show you on the trading view charts, I can go against it and with this strategy and still be successful. But I want to keep follow the trend your friend. So I want to make sure that I implement that to you, so that I don't want you to just think, oh, you don't need to really study anymore. But with this particular uh, indicator right here, it helps a lot without having to keep going back and drawing the trend lines and everything. It just shows you it right up front. Now, also, because these are MT4, these indicators on MT4, the cool part is that all of the candles are the same, so everything is in unison. Even the shadow candles here are running concurrent with the other indicators. Now, this indicator here, what is really, really cool about this indicator is that it will show you, when you open it all the way up, it will show you all of the time frames and whether or not the trend is a strong trend or a weak trend. As you can see, things are moving up. It's showing a strong trend. Now, when it starts coming down a little bit, it'll show that it could be a weak down trend. It'll give you that notification, which is like a alert to let you know things could be preparing to switch over or whatever. So it's just something to help you. Also, let me jump back over here really quick. I forgot to mention. Right here are your pairs. Okay, and because I'm on CAD JPY, here's JPY at the bottom. Here's CAD. We see that the Canadian dollar is stronger right now than the Japanese yen. So I look at that as well, um, to just help me with the trend as far as this indicator is going on, just to keep me in the loop with which direction I should be really following, also based on the currency pair. Now back over here, as you can see, you get sell and you get buy notifications as well. These are very, very good in this indicator. As you can see where they came in here, it gave you some good rides, some good money in both bullish and bearish moves. Okay, so with this frame and the signals, if you get in right when they pop off, so to speak, you can see you're riding very, very good right here, as well as when it was a sell. Now, This third indicator, which I love, it's a breakout indicator. Now, all three of these indicators I've done videos about, excuse me, I've done videos about already. You can go back and check them out. But this third indicator, the sole purpose, as you can see, it shows arrows of when the candles are breaking support resistance. Now, when you draw your trend lines, and if you're drawing, if you're drawing your support lines on, if you're drawing them on your trading view, okay, they will, in fact, and you're drawing them correctly, they will measure right up with the trend lines that this system gives. So as long as you're drawing your trend lines or your support and resistance, I keep saying trend line, but as long as you are drawing your support and resistance correctly, they will always match up with this particular indicator, which will help you to know that you're doing things correctly. So that's what these three indicators are. I'm on my laptop right now because I'm not home. But if I was home, I would have this on one of my monitors and I would have the trading view on my other monitor. So what I'm going to do now is come over to trading view. Okay, as you can see right now, this is where you saw the uptrend. Okay, now if I was to actually shrink this up a little for you, you can see back here when we were in the New York session, okay, it wasn't a uptrend, then things went stagnant, if you will. The collecting money as I call it, and then boom, we started making moves again. All right, everything is following suit with what I showed you on those indicators. Now, what you're seeing here, and I have a video, this is a powerful indicator that you get right out of trading view. It is a order block indicator. And what it does, once you set it up, and I've got a video, guys, just go back and check the video. Once you set this up, you will see all of the order blocks. Okay, you will see all of the order blocks. What just happened? You will see all of the order blocks there, so that you will know exactly where to get in and out of trades. And I also use this with the strategy of supply and demand. So for example, well, before I do the example, I'm getting ahead of myself, but before I do the example, I have also an indicator that shows you the different time frames marked by these particular colored lines. Like right now, this is the Tokyo session. Okay, and about another 25 minutes or so, another 20 minutes, another line will come up, a gold line is going to come up, and that will trigger and let you know that you're in the London session. It's very good so that you will know what session you're in. That helps out a lot too. Again, there's a video on how to put this on your trading view charts. All right, but here is how I work this. As you can see, this order block indicator shows some awesome things. Now, after each order block is posted, what you want to do, if you understand supply and demand, you want to, let me widen this up a little bit, and we're going to do here, you want to use the very first candle, okay, to set up your supply and demand. And you literally take right here, you want to take your rectangle line or rectangle indicator, and you want to draw it from top to bottom, including the wicks, and you want to pull it all the way out. Okay, what happens is this. First and foremost, you won't see the order block appear until you have at least 3 to 4 candles going in a bullish or bearish direction. Okay, once it gets to like the fourth candle, this will come up. Okay, now once you get really, really familiar with order blocks, you'll be able to see them before they even show up. I mean, that takes not necessarily an eagle eye, but you'll just start seeing them and you'll say, okay, this is going to be an order block. This will be an order block, but gotta wait for it to appear. Once you do that, what you're going to do is there's a couple things. When you draw your rectangle out from the very first candle after the order block, what you're going to do is look to see initially whether the candles come back up to this particular, and touch, in this case, this particular candle. As you can see, it got close here. Okay, this line right here, it got close, and then it went back down. But it got close enough there. But then, as you can see, as we go further over to these candles, you can see it's setting up to do a double top. Okay, now when it comes up normally and it's a rectangular box that you would have put here, it's going to do a couple of things. It's going to either go back down, or why this keeps doing this, but it'll go back down, or it will continue up. And you'll begin to understand that move once you look at it long enough and you practice in your demo on how to see this. But as you can see, this order block indicator is very powerful. You see here, it created a double bottom for you. Okay, you don't have to mark off. It does it itself. It leveled out a little bit, and now it's taking back off. As you can see here, it looked like it's getting ready to level off a little bit, and it may in fact go up and keep going up, or it could drop back down. But again, what you want to do is you want to wait to see after each individual order block, or before the order block actually comes up. It's going to create 4 candles, and then it's going to give you your order block. That's going to help you. You just have to be a little patient and let it pull off so that you see the order block until you are familiar to when order blocks will form, and it'll be hardly any time before you understand that with this indicator. And then all you have to do is just wait to see the order block form, and then you can move from there. But this indicator gives you amazing signs that help eliminate the guesswork. Now, when you're doing order blocks and when you're doing supply and demand, you're actually moving with the bank. You're no longer following the retailers, or the everyday traders like myself and you and anybody else, which would be looking for moves within these candles. And that's why a lot of times those moves can, you can have wins or losses, because we're looking to move somewhere in here when we're setting up trend lines and and support and resistance and all of that. Well, we let the order blocks do that. Okay, the order blocks can do that, and you just want to move with these 2 candles, the order block and the candle behind, which is the supply or the demand, depending on whether you're following an order block at the top or whether you're following an order block at the bottom. Because when the order block forms, as you can see at the top, the move goes down. When the order block forms at the bottom, the move goes up. That's what the banks do. The banks sit and wait until the money is there to be collected and all of that. And when people, think moves are going to happen, they don't happen. And then the banks make the big move, okay, and shoot the candles, or shoot the power move of money, either in a bullish or bearish direction based on the order block. I really don't know why this is doing this, but we're not going to let it upset us. So as I conclude, guys, The indicators that I showed you, the three that I showed you, are just really for visual, a visual guide to the trend, what is strong, what is weak, where the candles are breaking out. Okay, I have that set up on one monitor, and then I have TradingView set up on my other monitor, as you can see here, and I use the order blocks and the supply on demand strategies combined to know exactly when to get in and to get out of trades, as well as to see, as you can see here, the double bottom. Okay, and here is a double top. Okay, here's two double bottoms, or here's another double bottom. This is how I get in and out of trades. And guys, trust me, I have done this today alone, and I went into 5 trades on NAS 100, okay, during the New York session, and all 5 trades were wins. All right, so with that, this is Mike Freeland. You guys enjoy your early morning. It's almost 3 a.m. Actually, I think it's about 5 minutes before 3 a.m. So I'm getting ready to not get a bite. I'm going to get me some water and a piece of fruit. And then I'm going to come back and watch and see. Oh, really quick before I go. Notice how this is setting up here. One thing that I have also noticed, when you start looking at the change over from one session to the next, based on the pairs that I use, guys, it always set up so that within, or it has, I'll say, it has since I've been watching this, they set up so that almost within the first hour, hour and a half, you get a major win, either bearish or bullish, once the session opens up. Now, I use for the Tokyo session, which we're in now, I use CAD JPY. For the London session, I use GBP JPY. And for the New York session, I'll either do US 30 or NAS 100. Also, for New York session, sometimes I'll do USD JPY, because of course US is of course US, so that moves a lot too. But those are the 3 to 4 pairs that I use, and that's all. I mean, everything works on all of the pairs, but because of the big moves that these pairs do in a particular session, that's what I use. And I can see right now this is setting up before we get in to the New York to the London session, and somewhere right in the beginning of the London session, you're going to have a breakout either to the up or down side. All right, and you're going to be able to get in and earn some good earnings right at the start of the session. So with that, this is Mike Freeland. You guys take care, and I'll see you in the next video.